Live. Hello, hello to the world. I decided about 5 minutes ago that I wanted to start a live video. I'm currently in the United States, despite that you see me on YouTube in where am I? Vietnam currently. So I have so many things to tell you. If you're just joining, basically what I would love to have a lot of questions, Q&A come in. Hello, already people joining. So, okay, my story. Rewind a few years ago, I decided I wanted to travel. I started on a cruise ship. I was on a cruise ship for 6 months. Hello, and after that, I went to the Philippines, then I went to Thailand, then I went to the Philippines again, then I went to Vietnam, and then I went to Cambodia, then I went back to Vietnam, and now I am currently, hello, and now I'm currently in the United States. Currently in the United States. I've been here for about a month and a half. I've been here for about a month and a half. And I will be here for about 1 more month. How long have you been traveling around the world? I have been traveling since June 10, I believe, of 2016. So almost 2 years before I came back home. I did not go to all of the countries in Asia. I wish. Hello. There's many more countries that I must visit. So currently, I am in America. I'm actually at my mother's house, my father's house, and you can see outside. This is what it looks like outside. Very boring to me. I want to go back to Asia. So anyway. My plans. Basically, I've been here. I've been working a bit while I have been in America, not doing much. I've been trying to edit a lot of videos and keep updating. Yeah, American culture shock, I know. I've been trying to update YouTube. It's been difficult. I haven't had as much time as I guess I had hoped. I do have a Facebook page. If you check the description, you can see everything linked below. Yeah, so I've been trying to edit on my ancient computer. I will show you. So this is basically, oh my God, this ancient thing that weighs 20 pounds. I've been editing, and that's what I've been using forever to edit my videos. But I just bought a new computer 2 weeks ago. I got it. And there was one small problem with it, so I sent it back, and now it's coming back in the next couple days. And I actually am in Michigan. Michigan is the state. Yes, I do plan on traveling more, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So I bought a new computer, which is exciting because it's so much faster. I will actually be able to edit my videos quicker and keep you up to date quicker. Currently, get this, so right now it's June, right? Yeah, it's June. It's the end of June. I am editing YouTube videos, thanks, for when, from when I was in early February in Vietnam. Early February in Vietnam. So I'm very, very, very far behind in my videos, which is kind of frustrating. So if I have a faster computer, I can edit much quicker, and I will be able to keep everybody updated a lot more than right now, which will be very, very good. So that should happen soon. I should get the new computer in a couple days, and then I should be able to edit more videos for you to see. So that's update number one. I bought a new GoPro, getting rid of the old GoPro. I have a new camera. I know, I want to go back to Vietnam a lot. There's many places I still didn't go, and I want to go. It's Apple. I bought Apple. I do not like PC. I hate viruses, and once I made the switch to Apple, I will never, never, never go back to a PC ever. But I don't like the Apple phone. I have Android phone, which is weird. But anyway, I updated I have two new lenses for my camera. I have a new camera, and I have a new GoPro. So basically, when you see me, yes, yes, Harry Potter. Basically, when you see me at my next destination, actually, you will see footage, American footage, because while in America, I have made a couple videos, or I guess I recorded a couple videos, so you will kind of see some things in America in the coming months. So hopefully my goal is to finish editing and get caught up before I leave to go to my next destination. Yes, Harry, I do. I miss everyone in Vietnam. I met so many people in Vietnam. I know, I miss a lot of people. Yeah, so my next destination, I leave in about 1 month, and I will be going to India. India. So I'm really excited. Have you ever been really ill in some of these remote places? If yes, what do you do? So I trust. Oh, wow, I can make the light dim. I trust my immune system. I actually have a particularly good immune system, but I have gotten sick. Long-term sickness, no such thing for me. Any small problem goes away pretty quick. I got food poisoning twice in Vietnam, once in Cambodia, and when I say food poisoning, or I don't know if it was food poisoning, it could have been, I don't know what it was, but it was terrible. Thank you. That happened 3 times. But what do? Nothing. Wait it out. Because the reality is if you go to the doctor, they're just going to give you antibiotics, which work to kill the bacteria or the virus, which your body is going to do anyway. So if my body had problem fighting it off, yes, I would go to a doctor, pay money for a pill. Actually, like it would what shots do you have? In Vietnam, drugstores are everywhere, and you can walk in and basically buy anything that you want and be your own doctor and prescribe yourself whatever you want. So I could have walked in and bought medications instantly and took them, but I didn't. That's my immune system. I have no shots. I don't want to say against shots, but I refuse them. When I was on the cruise ship, I worked on a cruise ship for a few months, and they actually, after I was on the ship, they forced vaccinated everybody on the ship, and I absolutely refused. I was one out of like 3,400 people, or I guess out of the employees. It would have been about 1,200 people on the ship. I was one of like 10 people who refused the shot. I will not put that poison in. I like the idea of inoculating your body with the bacteria to build immunity, but I don't like the chemicals that surround the bacteria. It's just poison to your body. So anyway, I stay away from that stuff. I trust my immune system. Once you understand how the immune system works, you realize it doesn't matter where you travel, because your body is going to do the same scenario of getting a bacteria or an infection here. Your body does the same process as getting an infection over there. They analyze it, figure out that it is a bad thing, and your body just kills it. It's just that simple. Was it scary? Was what scary? Ask me again. What's scary? We have a delay when I ask you this question. It'll take like 20 seconds before you get it. What time is it? Right now it is 10:45, so 10:40 a.m. 10:40 a.m. So India is where I'm heading next, and sorry, I'm moving like everywhere. India is where I'm going next. I have no plans like normal. I bought my plane ticket back in January, and I will arrive in Mumbai, and I already have plans to be meeting with a few local people to kind of show me around the area and kind of give me their perspective. So that is going to be extremely exciting. What is the most enjoyable video you've done? Oh, that's a difficult one. I enjoy almost all my videos. There's been a couple boring ones to me, but for the most part, I enjoy the videos the most. What happens if I click this button? I don't know what that does. Thanks. I enjoy all of the videos that I am together with local people, any age, young, old, middle age, my age, to me it's the most exciting. The whole reason I am traveling is to experience culture, and to be honest, the best way to do that is to talk with the locals. Like, I just go to an area and get out of I mean, many of you have seen my videos. You just get out of I get out of the tourist areas and just experience the local life. Go with the locals, be around the locals, even live with the locals at some point, which you'll see soon in Vietnam videos. Yeah, so any video that I'm with a local person, to me, those are the most exciting, the most interesting. And as I move forward, I've been trying to figure out an angle with me on YouTube. So for example, in the past, it's been kind of me exploring, right? Me exploring wherever I'm at, and you kind of see my day, and it's cool. But what is your favorite word in Khmer? Oh my God, I don't know, because I don't really speak Khmer. All I know is Sursadai, which is hello, I believe. I think that's all I know, actually, just one word. I know more Vietnamese. I know a decent amount of Vietnamese because I spent so much time there, but nobody would talk to me in Cambodia, so I couldn't learn. It was difficult to talk to people in Cambodia. Everybody didn't really want to talk. It was weird. I had fun, but nobody wanted to spend a lot of time with me, so I don't know. In Vietnam, everybody wanted to talk to me, so it was much easier. Let's see. Yeah, hello, Sursadai. I don't know, something along those lines. What was I going to say? So my new angle on YouTube, my new angle on YouTube is to try and be with locals as much as possible. For example, if you go on YouTube, and search for travelers like myself, you kind of find that everybody has their own angle. Some people are overlapping, but for the most part, nobody is going to meet with locals consistently and interact with locals consistently around the world. And so I'm like, well, that'd be perfect. That's what I want to do anyway. So I think moving forward, starting in India, I will, Agori, I don't know what that is. You'll have to tell me more about that. My new angle will be to meet with local people and spend time with them. So everybody who's following this journey will be able to, everybody following this journey, like you guys, will be able to not just see what I'm doing during my day, but see what local people are like. Are they fun? Are they friendly? Are they angry? Are they helpful? What do they look like? What do they sound like? All while experiencing the culture. So I can't think of a better way to push my YouTube channel forward. So yeah, that's kind of the new updates that are in my life today. I will be going to India. August 7th is when I leave. Yeah, the culture was a little bit hard to penetrate. They were friendly when I talked to them in Cambodia, absolutely. But it was a more difficult thing to have interaction with the local people than it was in other Asian countries. So I would love to go back to Cambodia and meet people and talk and explore with them, but it was a more difficult thing to do than Vietnam, for example. Did you do the video where the kids saved you from swimming with the crocodiles because it was funny? No, I had no intentions. My only intention that day was to go and explore. That was it. And that story just happened to take place. I had no intentions of going there or seeing those children who saved me from the the crocodiles. So yeah, it just unfolded, and that's literally how I film. I usually have no intentions. I just go and record things as they happen, and then after I go back to my computer and I start to edit, I then come up with a title. Like, I guess within my clips, within my videos for this day, this is what happened, so I will give it this name. Yeah, it's gonna be easier in India. Yeah, English is everywhere. Yep. I've had language barrier totally is a thing, but I've learned that as long as I have, what do you call it, Wi-Fi or data, a SIM card in the local country. Then I have internet, and then I use Google Translate. So I talk into my phone, it translates to the local language, they read it or they listen to it, they talk back into my phone, and then I understand their response in English. It's the coolest thing. So yes, there is a language barrier. It just takes extra time. Excuse me, I have like the hiccups. Thank you. But to be honest, that's part of that's what makes it interesting. I've had people already in India reach out to me and say, hey, I want to travel with you. Let's go travel together. And I say no, because I want to be a solo traveler. I like the idea of having those interactions with people, rather than having someone who speaks the local language by my side always. It decreases the chance of having authentic interactions with the local people. So I will travel with them for maybe a day or two and do an activity with them, but I will never do a long travel with anyone. It's just not something that I want, because it will prevent the authentic experience from taking place, at least as on a deeper level. So anyway, that's kind of my take on hello. That's my take on traveling as a solo traveler and not in a group. Yeah, what other questions do you have? I honestly don't even know what else to say. I've been packing, kind of, not packing, but I bought a new bag that arrived yesterday, so I was transferring everything from my old backpack to my new backpack to kind of get ready. So I've bought many new things to get ready for India and my future. Oh, and by the way, what is the best memory in Cambodia? What is the best memory in Cambodia? Every interesting memory was the ones where the local people would talk to me, would take a moment to either smile or wave or run up to me and have a conversation with me, or I would start talking to someone and then we talked for more than 30 seconds. It was a few minutes or maybe 30 minutes or something like that. So any interaction that I have with local people, those are the best moments to me. Colombian did not talk English. Colombia is in South America. I did not go to Cambodia. Yeah, they speak English. Depends on where you go, but yeah. When are you coming back to the Philippines? Oh my God. I don't know. That might be a long time. I love the Philippines. I would say that was my favorite country that I have ever visited. The culture there is amazing. I love it. But I don't have plans to go there because I want to visit other countries. There's so many places that I want to see. And number two, Philippines is expensive when it comes to the visa. For example, in Vietnam, every 3 months, I would have to spend about $60 to get another visa. So $60 for 3 months. So that's $20 a month for a visa. In the Philippines, I'd have to pay $600 for 6 months. So Vietnam, it would be $120 for 6 months. Philippines is more than $600 for 6 months. And that's just, I can't justify that. I can't just throw away money for a piece of paper. That's crazy. By the way, it's not letting me comment on a paragraph. I don't know. By the way, I got an Indian visa, and that is a 10-year visa. You heard that right, 10 years. So I have a 10-year visa right now that I just bought. So I'm very excited. Filipino, yes, they are. Filipino people are incredibly friendly. I wish I was traveling with you in Cambodia. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's very expensive. $600 for 6 months in the Philippines. Yeah, to answer, if you would have found me before I went to Cambodia, I would have absolutely hung out with you for an afternoon and we could have made something together. I actually sent messages to many different YouTubers in Cambodia. Only one person responded back to me, and they just basically said, "Hello, where are you?" And then I responded back, and I never heard from them again. What is your favorite smell in Cambodia? My God, I can tell you there was a lot of terrible smells in Cambodia, but I can't say that there was a favorite smell. I don't know, walking past a restaurant when they were cooking food, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a weird question. Do you live in England or America? I live in America, United States. Well, actually, I don't live here. I'm visiting here for 3 months. Um, my new home, I do not own a house. I do not own an apartment. I do not even own a car anymore. Everything is gone. Literally, I have two backpacks. That's it. One for my chest, one for my back, and that's it. Um, that's it. I have nothing else. So that's why I'm very protective of my stuff when I'm traveling because I'm terrified someone will steal or take it, and then I have nothing. I have nothing left. I have had nothing but bad experiences in Cambodia. Interesting. I didn't. In terms of to answer your question, I'm leaving August 7th for India. That's my next destination. Oh my, these questions are coming in so fast. I can't even. Um, I forgot your question. Now I forgot the first question and the second question. Awesome. Go to Malaysia. Yeah. I live in America. I don't know how to scroll. I can scroll. Look at that. Specific smell. Yeah, I don't know. Cambodia was awful. The place is a scam galore. Yes, I agree. There were scams everywhere. In fact, you will see in the future that I will post a video about scams, specifically the coin scam, money scam. I got scammed on coins, and I'll talk about that in a coming video. But the people were friendly. All interactions I had with people were friendly. I never felt unsafe. I never felt that I was in danger, not even once. Thank you. Yeah, I remember the toxic lake in Cambodia, that's for sure. There's a few of them and rivers. But the scams, yeah, people would overcharge you. No, I did not sell the coin on eBay because I don't want to scam someone else. I'm just going to throw them away. I still have them. I just put them upstairs yesterday, but nope, they're right here. Just kidding. So I bought these from who gave me a story. Very old American coin, usually has value. You can hear the sound of these coins. Very different sound, silver sound. And so I bought them. I thought, well, I can sell them for silver value, if anything. One was from 1922, the other was from 1885, and they were fake. They were actually a counterfeit coin, and I brought them to a specialist who confirmed that. So no, I'm just going to throw them in the garbage can, basically. But yes, I will talk about that in the future video once I get my new computer and can edit. But what was I going to say? But yeah, as far as safety, no, I actually enjoyed my time in Cambodia, but yes, I could not even get a local price for anything. Everyone, everywhere, in the tourist area, outside of the tourist area, I was always charged more, period. End of story. That's just how it happened, and that got old. I spent more money in Cambodia in 1 month than I spent in Vietnam for 6 months, 8 months. No joke. Because the local people would never give me a local price, and that was very frustrating. Very frustrating. But whatever. That's just another topic altogether. But I had fun. It was fun when I interacted with the people. Whoa, where do you get the money for your travel? So much. Yeah. I've been yeah. So I'm traveling for almost 2 years, and 100% of the money that I have spent on traveling has been savings. I've saved a decent amount of money before I left, and I just keep spending it, and eventually it will come to an end, which is frightening. I don't want to think about that right now, but yeah, savings. I never felt the hospitality in Cambodia, to be sincere. I never had experiences with Cambodian people deep enough to experience hospitality. I lied. I forgot the big one. When I was in sleep, I reached out to a man, and he actually invited me into his house, and I thought this was going to be weird initially, but it turned out to be cool. I had my own room, stayed there. He says, yeah, please stay for free. You are my guest. Even times he invited me for dinner. Sometimes he would bring breakfast, just random acts of kindness. And at the end, there was no pressure to pay him of any kind, but I did. He told me not to, but I slipped money under. I slipped a $50 bill under his under the pillow in my bedroom and left it for him. So it took him like a week, and he responded. He says, "I just cleaned your room and I found money under your pillow." And I was like, "Yeah, that's for you." So basically, totally. I reward people who are kind, and he was absolutely, completely authentic, generous, and kind. So I rewarded him. Absolutely. So that was my experience with hospitality. Let's see. Well, they have been taking things for a long time, and no one gave them anything in return. I don't know what you're talking about. Unsafe in Vietnam. I don't know. I never want. We felt more unsafe in Vietnam. Yeah, never me. The key to safety, in my opinion, is get out of the tourist areas, because the people who are dangerous go to the areas where rich people are, right? The tourists, the rich people, even though that's not really the case, but that's what they think. So these dangerous people go to the tourist areas because that's where the tourists are, and that's where the danger is. That's where the danger happens the majority of the time. Get out of the tourist area, and you find that in every country, people are the most kind, courteous, respectful, friendly people everywhere. So that's been my experience. Well, okay, I don't know what that meant. I was one of those kids that always looks at tourism, and I know the reason, because they admire you, they love you, but they don't know how to say it. Yeah, totally. I totally see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, that would be frustrating. My only suggestion to you or to people is body language. I only speak one language, English. But as I travel, I communicate with body language more than anything else. There has been conversations that I've had with people, literally with body language. I did not use English or any other language. We talked by pointing at things and making shapes with our hands. It was the weirdest thing, body language. So even sometimes if you want to communicate with someone who you know they do not speak your language, body language, a smile, a wave, a thumbs up, anything that indicates friendliness and happiness, and that goes a long way. Yeah, people in Cambodia think foreigners are rich, and that's why. Yeah, I know, totally. Yes and no. When, for example, even if a poor person from America comes to a place like Cambodia, we are now rich in Cambodia. We would be a rich person in Cambodia. But when they return to their home country, they are very poor. So yes and no. It's weird. Yeah, they fly away very quickly on food. Hey, hello. Hello. My tip is to avoid paying the dollars as much as possible. Otherwise, everything often becomes $1. I know. Everywhere I went, $1, everything, $1. The children in Cambodia would always come up to you, $1. They didn't know how to say anything else but $1. I'm like, why do you want? I'm not going to give you $1. Why are you going to? Why? Like, what are you going to do for me to earn $1? But they didn't understand. So no, I don't give money. What do you think, sir, if Filipino visit your country? They're friendly also? Like you visit to your country, they are friendly also? Like, American culture is different. You will probably think we are unfriendly, but American culture, we are very kind, very helpful, very friendly, despite what you might see in the media. But the core of our culture is privacy and safety. So everything around us is done because it's safe. And number two, privacy. So if you are a Filipino and you are walking in America, nobody will say hello to you, not because they don't like you. We think you are totally okay, but it's because we want you to keep your privacy. We don't want to interrupt your day. You are out walking or doing whatever, and if I go up to you and talk to you, it breaks your privacy. So, and we don't want to bother you. So we really don't go up to foreigners at all in this country. It's very rare. Why don't you live stream on Facebook? Because I've never tried on YouTube. So I figured I'd try, see what happens on YouTube. Petty thefts are rampant in Vietnam, especially in the, I know. Luckily, I've never had any issue whatsoever in Vietnam. The only issue I had was in the Philippines, and someone took my phone. So now I have a new phone. But yeah, that was nuts. But again, I don't blame it on the Philippines. That's just anything that could happen in any country, basically. Vietnamese people are generally nice and eager to please, but yeah, be street smart. Yep, totally. I felt the same thing. Everybody was very friendly to me. Will you come to Cambodia again? No. Yes, no. I would like to. I wish I could snap my fingers and be anywhere and go back. Yes, but again, very expensive despite the condition of Cambodia because nobody gives me a local price. And so it's there was times where I would pay more than what I would pay in America for things in Cambodia because they would overcharge me and there's nothing I could do about it. So that became frustrating. But if I went back to Cambodia, I would go to the northeast. Yeah, northeast, because it feels like there'd be much less tourism up there. So, but there's so many countries I want to visit. I'm good. How are you? We really love to meet you. Yeah, yeah. I would love to meet you as well in person. That'd be fun. I wish that would happen for all of you guys. What is your favorite food in Cambodia? I don't know. I had so many different things. There was one thing that I ate a lot. I forget the name, but it was a pile of rice. Like they put rice in a cup and then put it on your plate, so it was rice, and then it was beef lak lak, beef lak lak, I think is what it was called. That sounds right. And it had like a pepper, salty, lime dip for the meat. I ate that everywhere that I went to see if it tasted different everywhere, and there were some really good ones. There were some really bland ones, but I would say that was my favorite. I like your channel so much. I love it when someone visits our country. It creates so much love. I agree. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, totally. It creates so much love. Totally. I think when we all watch the media or the television in our own country, we get false impressions about another country or another culture. And so I think for people, average people like you and me, to go and visit another country, that is awesome because it really sheds the light on culture and personality rather than what we hear the governments talk about, because they can make it look very negative. So I try to show everything that I can and be as friendly and upbeat as possible to create love around the world and peace. Beef lak lak. I don't know. That was my favorite, I think. I am your subscriber. Awesome. Hey, bro, can you come back to Phnom Penh? I don't know. It might be a long time. You will probably be very old, and I will be very old. That's my guess. Maybe not. Who knows? If you come to yes, totally. If I come to Cambodia, I will make a message beforehand on YouTube, and I will let everybody know. I need a drink of coffee. My God. That is so good. By the way, I bought Vietnamese coffee in Vietnam before I came back to America, and oh, it's almost gone. I'm getting to the end of my coffee, and it's like I'm gonna die. It is so delicious. So if you love coffee, go to Vietnam. Please come back to Cambodia. I know, maybe. I don't know. Northeast Cambodia is beautiful, very rural. Yes, difficult to access. Few tourists. Awesome. I don't care if it's difficult. I don't care. I'm all for it. That is fun. That makes for a fun video. Hello. You watch my video. Chris Tom. Hey, Chris. I don't know if you're talking to me. Hello. Yes, come back to Cambodia. I know, Cambodia. What did you do in America before you? What did you do in America? Oh my God, I don't even think we want to go into this. Have you ever thought of finding temporary employment in any of the countries you have visited? Well, I taught English in Vietnam. If you consider that employment, I guess. I mean, the amount of money that you earn is so little compared to anything that I would earn in America, so I wouldn't even really consider that employment. I mean, it was just kind of a fun thing. But I did a few different things in America. That's a totally different video. Place in the Philippines. I don't know what that meant. Cambodian usually sells something expensive to the foreigner. For example, Coca-Cola is 50 cents for Cambodia. But for, yeah, totally. I know. Everything is more expensive for foreigners, and I hate it. It's not right. If a Cambodian came to America to buy anything, this shirt, a haircut, food, we wouldn't say, oh, you're Cambodian. We're going to charge you more. No, that's stupid. That's horrible. That is very rude and disrespectful, in my opinion. But I understand that, yes, people are poor. Yes, they're trying to survive, and they might do it out of desperation, but that is not the case in every time. It almost was like a game to them, because you would see they would go back to their very nice motorbike. They would go back to their nice house. Not nice, but, I mean, they were not living in a slum of any kind, but yet they would still rip me off. So it was like a game to them, and that's when I realized it wasn't out of desperation. People are poor and they need money to live. It was a game, and that became frustrating. My dad bought coffee from Vietnam too. Yeah, dude, so delicious. What do you say to people who ask you about retirement plans, safety? Oh my God, let's not even talk about that. It seems to be the first thing that comes up when somebody wants to live in another country, unfortunately. Yeah, I know, I get it. In terms of retirement, I have nothing planned, zero. I chose to live my life differently, which is spend the money that I have now and enjoy my life while I'm relatively young. Because, yeah, if I stay here, make a lot of money, retire, awesome. I'm 60 years old, I'm 65 years old, have a lot of money, but don't have a lot of time and don't have good health. And then it'll be difficult for me to do what I want to do, which is to travel the world. So I just see, like, I'm throwing my life away if I don't travel now and do what I want to now. Will I have money problems in the future when I'm old? Possibly. Have no idea unless something drastic changes. But to be honest, I don't care, because I am having so much fun living the life that I want to live right now. And so I will continue to do that, because happiness is more important than paper. Bro, can you play games? No, I don't really play games. Sorry, buddy. Come visit the mall. Did I go there? Is that one of the malls that I went to? I made a video next to a mall. I don't know. I went to 2 malls in Phnom Penh. I got the hiccups again. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have no idea who you were talking to. I was talking to my subscriber. Okay. It's a tradition. What is a tradition? I get your messages late, and I don't know what you're talking about. Right, we can always find a way of income. Yeah, okay, so you guys are listening. So the delay is not as long as I think it is. I think it's maybe 20 seconds at the most. Wish you all the best in your travel channel so you can monetize your videos to fund your lifestyle. Yeah, to be honest, Cambodia, a couple of my videos, 2 of them in particular, kind of grew pretty quick, took off relatively quick, and that's possibly why many of you are Cambodian watching this video right now, because you come across the crocodile video, and there's so many tourists in Phnom Penh. Those 2 videos really helped my channel grow quite a bit, so I'm very thankful for you guys who stumbled across it and subscribe. It's really cool, and it does help in every way to fund this channel to allow my travels to go further. Do I make a lot of money from YouTube? Absolutely not, but it's enough. It's encouraging. It's a start. It's a beginning. In a perfect world, my channel would grow enough to where I would have consistent watch time on my videos, and I would earn enough income to fund my travel full time, which I already travel full time, really, except for this break right now in America. I came here for a wedding. But yeah, in a perfect world, I would make just enough money to break even every month to travel the world and share my life and share culture with you. And I think that would just be the most amazing life ever. So I can only hope that enough subscribers see that vision that I have and kind of make this a reality, not only for me, but for the world, so you can all experience a culture in a way outside of the tourist areas, because most travelers are just visiting tourist areas. Not all of us, but most of us. We visit tourist areas, and you just get a picture of the tourist area. You don't get a feel of true culture, true countries. And that's kind of what I want to shed the light on. Right, we can always find what. Yep, totally. I can always do something when I'm older until I die. It's not even important. But I have a few things up my sleeve that you and many people don't know about already. That, to be honest, I'm not really worried about my future. um, nope. But wish you all the best in your travel channel. Oh, I just read that one. Somehow I went down. Um, what was your favorite temple in Angkor? Um, you probably didn't see that one video that said I didn't go to Angkor Wat. I didn't. I didn't visit it because it's a tourist trap. That's, I know, very strong words, but it's just geared towards tourists. The whole thing is a giant tourist trap, and they overcharge tourists to walk in a front door, and that's crazy, in my opinion. So I stayed away. I seen it from the outside, and I thought, oh, wow, yeah, I see the temples. Cool. I'm here. I'm here at Angkor Wat. I see the biggest temple on Earth with my eyes. That's good enough for me. I didn't even need to go inside. Yeah, is it beautiful? Probably, but I'm just not a fan of the tourist thing. I tried to do everything that tourists do not do. That's interesting to me. How much do Americans spend with their families compared to Filipino? Oh my God, none. American family, American culture is very different. There's not a lot, but it's weird because remember, we are not one culture. The American culture is that there are so many cultures. Because America is literally a melting pot from so many people from so many parts of the world who have lived in America, and they brought with them so many different cultures, and so there's really no one way. That's not a normal thing to do this or a normal thing to do that here. Everything is just do whatever you want. And so there's so many families who would spend and have family time. There's so many families who are broken and family time is not important. So I don't know how to answer your question, because America is weird in a way that we don't have one common culture like most countries do. Everyone does whatever they want, and there's no one way. It's kind of weird here. But we do not spend as much time with each other for the sake of spending time with each other as much as they do in the Philippines. That was awesome. That is one thing that I loved about the Philippines, is you spent time with each other as an intent. Ripping foreigners off, yeah, it is a game and a tradition. I know, in Cambodia. I definitely felt that game, and I did not like the game because I was always the loser. Because we as a foreigner, especially maybe myself in particular, we feel, I see someone who is poor, right? I can see that they are relatively poor and they charge me a lot of extra money. I can see that, but I don't want to be disrespectful and say no, because then they struggle more in their life than if I would have said yes and they'd get more money. So yes, I do get ripped off, but I know it helps them, so it's difficult for me to get angry at them or tell them no. Panicky every time you go in your videos. Your time is running out. Start living. I know. Crazy, right? Thanks. Bro, your channel is like Jake Paul. How do you feel, bro? Yeah, I don't know who Jake Paul is. Wasn't he the guy in the media like 2 months ago because of some controversy, and then his channel was demonetized? I don't know. I don't even know who he was until he was in the news, but that would be good. I know he has a lot of followers, but unfortunately the travel niche isn't as popular on YouTube as just, I don't know what his niche is. I don't even know, but I have no intention of becoming that big, but who knows? Stop telling me here because he might. Yeah, totally. I am getting confused. Somebody might tell me why it's not allowed appropriate to wear scarves. Yeah. So okay, can someone tell Christina why it is not allowed or not appropriate to wear scarves inside Cambodia's temples? I didn't know that. I know that when you're around a temple, you need to wear clothing. Like wear a shirt. Many times it's hot and I take my shirt off, but apparently in Cambodia you shouldn't do that. I don't know, especially around a temple, you just don't do that and go barefoot, or I don't know, I'm not sure. But there's many rules, so anybody who knows anything, feel free to type. We are still editing and uploading our videos from Vietnam. Can't wait to show you our Cambodia point of view. Check out our channel and subscribe. Totally. The problem is when people comment on my videos, I use the the YouTube application to go through all of my messages, but it's not YouTube, the YouTube app, it's the YouTube app for creators, YouTube creation app. I don't know what it's called. And so I can comment back so fast. But if I click to go to someone's channel, it does not allow me to click on anyone's name to open up their channel and view their content. So the only way to do that is I have to go copy your name, which I can't copy it. I have to memorize your name and search for it on YouTube. And sometimes, so A, it takes extra time out of my day to do that instead of just clicking and seeing. And B, sometimes when I search for your name, it does not pull up your channel. Not you specifically, but people in general. So it's so difficult for me to follow other people because the application doesn't allow it. Yeah, not for the money, but the views, subscribe. Yeah, totally. I would be, yeah, the money is not important. I can fund my own travel. Totally. It would be nice to have more money from YouTube, but it's not required. But yeah, subscribers and positivity from viewers around the world is it's a huge motivation for me. I am self-motivated. I could disable all of the comments and disable all of the money on YouTube, and I would still be motivated to do this with or without money and with or without followers. But the followers in the comments, positive comments, are obviously great, and they absolutely push me further. So I love it. Can you compare about culture between Cambodia and Vietnam? Yeah, I could. That'd be a long topic altogether. When I talk about it in some of my videos, if you watch some of my older videos, sometimes I mention it, and people hate me for it. People hate, not everyone, but there's been many hate comments from people who say, oh, you should not compare this country to this country. And it's like, well, why? I'm not being negative. It's just, it is what it is. But the biggest takeaways are everything is very similar to me. The food is very similar. The lifestyle is very similar. The state of the country is very similar. But the people are different. From my perspective, I can only talk from a foreigner's, a white man perspective. And I say that not as a racist person or anything, but being a white man in Asia is different than if you were, for example, let's say an Asian man from America went to Vietnam and walked around and traveled. I believe that very few people will pay much attention to him because he looks like them and people think he's not a foreigner. So I stand out. And in Vietnam, people want to know me. People come up to me and shake my hand and talk to me and invite me into their houses. And it was a very different feeling there. And it was even so much more in Vietnam, in the Philippines than in Vietnam. But in Vietnam, it was a lot. In Cambodia, it was very rare. When I talked to people, they were very kind, very friendly. Their way of being is very polite, very gentle, more gentle than a Vietnam person. Anytime in Vietnam, their body language is a more rough around the edges, and they yell more in their voice and in their communication. In Cambodia, very quiet, very gentle, very calm. So that was a big thing that I noticed. But the intentions of the Vietnamese people were very kind. The intentions of the Cambodian people were very kind. But I just noticed a few things. In Cambodia, they didn't acknowledge my presence as much. They didn't say, oh, hello, or wave, or say hi, or start a conversation as much as they did in Vietnam. So those are the two big differences. Good or bad? I wouldn't say that. It was just different. Well then, all ancient and world wonders are tourist traps? No. But, no. That particular one, I thought was so much more expensive than what it should be. In fact, I would pay more money. We're in a country in Asia where the average income of a Cambodian per day, basically I'm spending a half to a third of an average Cambodian's monthly income to enter a tourist site for an afternoon. To me, that's ludicrous. That's like you coming to that's like someone coming to America and to go inside this particular tourist area, you have to pay a third of the average income of the average American person. That is mind-boggling and ludicrous to me. That is such an overpriced charge. It is ridiculous, and I did not want to participate in that. Could I afford it? Totally. I had plenty of cash, but I did not want to participate in something where it is just so overpriced, in my opinion. So that is what I don't support. But yes, that particular place felt like a tourist trap. In the whole town, felt like a tourist trap designed to suck as much money out of foreigners as possible. And maybe you don't feel that way, you don't feel that way because you are a local person. I don't know. But if you are me, a white man traveling in Cambodia, it is a weird feeling because everybody, I don't know if you've experienced it, but everybody tries so hard to take extra money from you no matter where you go. And it's just a different feeling when you walk around where the intense, that's just a whole topic together. I don't want to make this whole thing negative, not at all. Sometimes I go to tourist areas, absolutely. Not all tourist areas are traps. I went to, what was it, Bokor Mountain, something like that, in Cambodia. That was amazing. So few tourists on that entire mountain. The tourists were local people. So few, I guess, foreigners like me there. It was amazing. It was such a cool, real, authentic experience, but it didn't feel touristy. I think the tourism was designed for the local people. I don't know, but it was a really authentic, cool place. It is touristy for a reason. It has so much culture here, so interesting. It was one of the highlight of our trips there. Yeah, maybe. It just didn't appeal to me. I've seen so many temples in my life that it's just another temple, but the cool thing is it's the biggest temple on earth. I've seen it, and that was cool enough for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm different. What do you think about Indonesian food? I don't know. Never been to Indonesia. I want to come. Hopefully when I go, you can reach out to me and then we can eat lunch together or something. I want to go. Yeah, maybe Angkor someday, but I don't know. Please go TGK. I don't know. I don't know. Please, bro. I don't know what that means. Jake Paul is so popular. Yeah, I don't really know who he is, though. I've seen his picture. You don't carry a laptop with you? Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah. I carry my laptop one, actually. It's going to be very fast, and I'll be able to... Like, right now, I'm averaging one video per week, and that is terrible. I wish I would be posting... like in a perfect world, 3 videos per week. Have you been to South Korea? I'm from Australia, but in Seoul right now. No, yes, I was just in South Korea a month and a half ago. I went from Vietnam to South Korea in the airport, and then I went to America. But I did not get out. I was in the airport. And that was the best airport I've been in my entire life, by the way. Yep, he has a laptop. My God, my phone is getting so hot in my fingers. I think I'm losing my fingerprints. Are you the next Despacito? No, I am not. But I do speak a little Spanish, which is cool, which means slowly. If you didn't know that, our Despacito means slowly in Spanish. Can anyone give him a super chat? I don't know what that is, but you are all super to me. Are you the next? Oh. I love being adored. Are you the next? No, I'm not ignoring you. I have so many comments and I'm scrolling through them and it takes so long to get to them. 11, I'm at the comment that came through at 11:22. Whoa, my battery is going to die very soon, so I gotta end this very soon. Oh, goodbye, the golden key. Man, YouTube has so many contents. Yeah, it's so hard to keep up with it. I know. Me too. I follow, personally, I only follow a very small list of channels, all travel related. And I would say it's maybe 18, 15, about 18, maybe 20 at the most. And I can't even follow them. I'm so busy with my own channel and my own comments and my own life that I can't even keep up with them. And it's very frustrating because I would love to. So I feel you. So I don't dislike you for not following all my videos because I know it can be very difficult. Oh wow, super chat users can send money right now. Awesome. Feel free. Love you, bro. It's time for me to go to sleep. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. If you wrote a novel, what would it be about? All countries that you have been to. Ooh, well, I've only been to 20 countries, and I don't think... Wait a minute. I need coffee. Mm, I think I don't know what the novel would be about, but it would be one of two things. Either A, lifestyle, meaning your time is running out. You must start living your own life. Don't wait till you're old to live the life that you want to live. That is probably one book. The second book would be about um, culture and how the media in America for sure, I'm sure other countries as well, is biased in a way where they only share negative stories, which convinces the populace, the people, that these police, excuse me, with the hiccups like constantly that I'm fighting. Um, Sharing only negative stories convinces the people that these places are dangerous. They only share the negative stories always. And so I'm like, oh, that place is, let's research this country. Oh, look at all of the stories that this man died. Oh my gosh, this attack happened, or this thing, all these bad things. And so you don't see the positive part. And so it convinces us that everywhere outside of our own country is dangerous. And that's a lot of BS in my opinion. So that would be what the other novel would be about. So two different novels. Much love from Cambodia. Thank you. How do you fund your travels? My savings. I saved a decent amount of money before I left, and I've yeah, in the past I was involved in business a lot, and one thing that I've learned is there are two ways to make more money. Right? Have more money. Number one, make more money. Number two, spend less money. I was not an expert. I'm currently not an expert at making a lot of money. I do make money as I travel, absolutely, and it's right now it's enough to fund my travels consistently in a relatively cheap manner, really cheap manner. Um, and then step number two is spend less. I have become an expert at spending less money when I'm in a country long term. Cambodia was an exception because I went from location to location to location. But if I go to a country to live for in one area, one general area for a month, oh yeah, I know how to save big money. And so that's how I can last longer than the average person. Looking forward to more videos, Brock. Yeah, I'm definitely content, very happy right now. That's a whole nother topic altogether, totally. And it all comes from following your passion. Whatever your passion is, do it. I can't stress that enough. That is the ultimate form of happiness. So for me, it was travel and experiencing cultures, and I chose to make the decision to do this, despite losing out on a lot of money that I was making previously. I stopped all that to do this, and now I'm making no money, basically, very little. But it's not about money; it's about my heart, being happy. And in the past, sure, I made more money, but I wasn't completely happy. Now a fraction of what I made before, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. I mean, from what we can see compared to when you used to be a photographer. Yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah, that was a horrible experience on the cruise ship, by the way. Don't become a cruise ship photographer. Remember that only around 50% of Americans have ever even have passports. Really? I figured it'd be less than that. Yeah, not a lot of people travel outside because it's so expensive to live in America, let alone to scrape money together to travel outside. I don't know, something like that. True, YouTube vloggers spread more positivism than mass media. Yeah, totally. Interested in teaching English online? Already do. Thank you so much for your answers. Yeah, you bet. Anyway, I probably should go. So if you have any last questions, shoot them quick because my battery, it's like I have like 15%. It's gonna die, and it's going down so fast. And I've been talking for an hour. My God, I didn't think it would be even close to this long. Just want to say I love your video, especially the one where you're cycling around my hometown, Persat. Yes, go Persat. That was with the crocodiles, yeah. Persat had well, didn't have crocodiles, but that's where I met the kids who saved me from the crocodiles. I think that was Persat. Yeah. That was an interesting thing. When you start your first traveling like this, you do? I don't understand you. Sorry. when you start your first traveling like this, you do? When you... I don't understand. See ya. Look forward to your new videos, mate. Awesome. Thank you. Last question. If you could add a shooting device to your kit, what would it be? A shooting device? Like gun, bang, bang, or kit meaning like photography, shooting device. Oh my God. I'm getting messages saying my battery's going to die. Yes, yes, yes. So lifetime travel mates, what do you mean? Last question. Shooting. Let's say you're talking about cameras. A drone. I want a drone. I looked at the drone, and that is what I want, but I'm not going to get one. I just did more research. I finally made my decision last week, and I chose not to because I'm going to India, and they're like prohibited, they're forbidden, or there's so many hoops you have to jump through, and not all the police know about the rules, and people fly in the most remote areas, and police come and tell you to take it down. Sometimes they confiscate your drone, sometimes they smash your drone, sometimes they take you to jail. All of these things are happening right now in India. As of 1 month ago was the latest post I heard about this. So I'm just not even wasting. But most people run into the problem. You go to India, and at the airport, they confiscate your drone, just like that. So it's just not even worth it for me. Spend $1,000 on a drone, and then it just gets taken away, or I can't use it. Nope. So I would love a drone. It would be great footage, but I cannot justify it. I think that means when did you start traveling? Like June of 2016. June of 2016. Yeah. Yep. June of 2016. That is. Oh my God, my phone is gonna crash. I'm gonna call it quits. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this video live on my channel. Seems like a boring video to have other people watch in the future. Maybe I don't know. So maybe I'll take it down. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. I thank each and every one of you for subscribing. Honestly, it means a lot. Your encouragement keeps me going more than you might think. A small little comment here and there makes my day, and that tells me doing something good. You know, through my eyes, you know. Your time is running. Take care.